Abs, the centerpiece of any good physique, and arguably one of the most attractive muscles. But for so many of us, we fall short. So, if building a perfect set of abs is your goal, how can we ensure that we will achieve this? Well, over the past 30 days, I have pushed ab training to the extremes. I trained abs every day. I focused on 4 different techniques across the weeks, as well as experimented with cardio and nutrition. All of that has led up to this. So in this video, I'm going to break down every single thing I have learned about building abs. Firstly, the most important thing that I want to highlight is just with these 3 exercises, you may not be able to see your abs. While they will 100% build your ab muscles, you do need a lower body fat percentage to actually have visible abs. To achieve this, you need to be in a caloric deficit and pair that with some cardio. With that in mind, here are my top 3 go-to exercises I've been using to build a really solid set of abs. The first exercise is cable crunches. I completed cable crunches in week 1 of my challenge, and they actually turned out to be my favorite for the entire 30 days. Cable crunches are a top exercise as they allow heavy progressive overload, keeps constant tension throughout the whole movement, and they encourage a deep contraction and strong mind-muscle connection. Here are a few technical tips that may help you maximize the effectiveness of this exercise. When I first started this exercise, I found it hard to connect with my ab muscles, but luckily for me, my mate Tyler suggested I really emphasize rounding at the bottom of the movement. Instantly, I felt more of a burn in the target muscles. Moreover, focus on a full range of motion, really stretching at the top, and slow controlled reps. With these 3 tips, you should be able to maximize the effectiveness of this exercise. Now let's move to the second exercise. The second exercise is ab rollers. Now, these may be a bit tougher at first, but stick with them, it is so very worth it. I completed these in the 3rd week of my challenge, and I genuinely think these improved the size and shape of my abs dramatically in just that week alone. I believe this is because ab rollers train the abs through a long range of motion. They have a strong emphasis on the lower abs and core stability, and they scale easily with progression. I learnt during the 3rd week, slowing down the eccentric is very important with these, even pausing slightly at the bottom of the rep to really emphasize time under tension. If you find ab rollers on your knees too easy, you can always progress to standing. And I guess I can only speak for myself when I say these are fucking hard. So far with these 2 exercises, we have targeted the entirety of the abdominal muscles. But we're missing one crucial part, the obliques, which are the muscles along the sides of your core that help rotate and stabilize your torso, giving your waist shape and definition. Now, during my 30-day challenge, I think I missed the trick with these. I did hit them with ankle taps, bicycle kicks, and side planks, but none of those exercises allowed me to add considerable load. So, for this video, the 3rd exercise I'm going to recommend is weighted Russian twists. These are a great addition, as they directly target the obliques for rotation and definition, add resistance for progressive overload and muscle growth, and contribute to a more defined, tapered waistline. I like to use a dumbbell for these and really emphasize twisting as far as I can to achieve a decent stretch. And while we're on the topic, another key takeaway from my 30-day challenge is that you don't actually need to train abs every single day. In fact, for most people, 2 or 3 focus sessions per week is plenty. This gives your abs the recovery time that they need to grow, just like any other muscle. And honestly, I probably underestimated recovery a little bit during my 30-day challenge. So, there you have it. With just these 3 exercises, you'll be on your way to building a really solid set of abs. And like I said before, just because you do these exercises, it doesn't mean your abs will be visible. But they will 100% be growing. And by the time they become visible, they're gonna look fantastic. That's it for this video. I hope these exercises work well for you. And don't give up. You're closer than you think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.